Greetings, Earthling. Full Prefect here. So, in today's episode, let's tackle something other than relationships or depression. Something, perhaps, may I suggest, a lighter topic. Even wearing my normal attire, sans gamer outfit. Reality. Let's talk about reality, or the perception thereof. So, I know that everything is about perception in the end, and reality is assembled, cobbled together, one might say, by all the things that we kind of perceive, all of the inputs. And I think everybody is kind of struggling with the same kind of base topics, and it's like, who am I? Where am I coming from? Where am I going? And you know, all of those existential things, and philosophy is a great crutch to lean on, but really science is what you need to understand reality or the world around you, and kind of know. But I want to talk about the perception of reality for me as a person who has ASD. So my brain works slightly differently, which is something I've come to understand, and it's an interesting one, because everybody I find has the same kind of existential questions and the same kind of issues. But what I find in normal kind of everyday situations or conversations with friends or people is my perception differs quite a bit, perhaps, from others. And I think that the TLDW, too long didn't watch, kind of summary of the whole thing is, I only see the surface. I only see the base. And I had a really interesting conversation, very brief conversation, so very short story. So I was sitting on the couch with my two best friends, Joe and Tom, bless them, and we're watching something called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, with some actors that I don't remember, some famous people. And we were talking about how I deal with things when it comes to movies and fiction, and you know, that's interesting. There's obviously, it depicts a reality, and I don't understand it. And it's interesting because it's like somebody doing a documentary, or which I like very much, documentaries, or presenting a reality, and I only see one layer of it, and good movies, and apparently that was one of them. And I would agree, someone, it's not quite The Irishman, or Once Upon a Time in America, which I love. I need to watch it a few times, or I need to watch it with people who can provide context again, and say, like, I understand the dialogue, I understand the action, but I don't really understand this other thing. And I very often find myself in a situation where I watch a movie or a series, and I have a certain perception of that reality that's depicted, and I'll go like, well, that's my perception. And I talk to a friend about it, and they go like, no, I don't think that's it's not my takeaway. You know, there's this whole, and they describe this thing, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Where does all of this information come from? And it's like, well, it was inferred, you know, the way they acted, the way they talked, or the color of their voice, or whatever the right words are. I don't even have words to describe what I don't know, which I think is apt. But anyway, point is, I need my friends to tell me what's going on, and it can be quite upsetting, I guess, if you're sitting there on the couch trying to relax, and then there's this alien sitting on the couch with you who says, he's a nice guy. It's like, no, he's not nice. He's evil. He's trying to kill everybody. It's like, oh, is he really? So, you know, that makes people perceive me as somebody who doesn't know how to judge people, perhaps, or judge situations. So it's like, ooh, he's weird. And my perception of reality is very much based on what I can see. And unless I devise, you know, ways to test the situation, and this is rather difficult, with humans being very unwilling to participate in experiments, let's put it that way. I have to use a scientific method to test certain hypotheses. So if I feel that somebody is being nasty to me, or they want me to do something I perhaps don't want to do, then I need to test that hypothesis, or I need to talk to a friend who knows that situation very well, or whose opinion I trust very much, and then I say, Joe or Tom or whoever, and I say, what do you think I should do? And that puts me in a situation I don't want to be in, because I have then other people who interpret their reality interpreting my reality, and I'm thinking, what if their reality doesn't match my reality? And I'm trusting my own reality, or my own perception of that reality, less than perhaps I trust other people. So I cast a wide net. I have very few best friends, I have to say, but I do ask them, and I run important situations by them, and I explain it, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for their patience, because obviously you need to explain what you get as an input back to them and say, what do you think? And then you need to kind of subtract about 12.5% and say, that's probably my own kind of misinterpretation or my misrepresentation of what they said, or the facts. So this is the observer effect at work. This is the moment you observe a situation, you kind of make it no longer objectively verifiable. You make it your personal reality, and it's like the moment I look at it, and the moment I do that, the moment it changes and it becomes mine, kind of thing. So it's main point being, I very often need to this is my daughter on Discord saying hi. This is nice. I love my kids learning about modern technology, especially when I can control as a parent and build trust. It's all about trust and knowledge. But anyway, reality. So this is a great segue. This is or is a great connection, because it is about trust, and I sometimes trust my instincts less perhaps than somebody else's instincts, because my instincts are very much based on naive kind of perception of things. So I always want to see the good in people, and even when you are a horrible person, I don't necessarily perceive you as being horrible to me until somebody says, dude, he is or she is, excuse me, he or she are really horrible. They are using you, or they're doing something that I don't perceive. So it puts me at risk as an ASD person. But it's like, in a way, even though I don't like to liken it to a disability, and it is a disability, but I don't want to see myself as disabled. I want to see myself as, yes, I'm disabled, but I can function highly. Thank you very much, and just be gentle with me. It's a crutch. It's like a blind person, perhaps. If you're blind, I do apologize if this is offensive. I don't mean it to be offensive. Do tell me if it's offensive, so I know that it is being perceived as offensive, because I don't know necessarily whether it's offensive. Hence, I'm the most sarcastic and hilariously funny, I've been told by my best friends, because I don't have that filter. I don't have to worry whether I am being offensive, and trust me, I do not want to be offensive. So I liken it to a blind person who has assistive technology. And my assistive technology, in absence of Google Glass, which died, and other things, that there are some amazing projects, but none of them are accessible and none of them are out there. But they are kind of out there, but only in a kind of lab kind of prototype context. I need a crutch. I need that assistive technology. I need that screen reader that says this is what is meant. So having subtitles, and this is probably why I have subtitles on quite a lot, because I have trouble perceiving that, and I need to read it and go like, okay, let's just pause the picture and read the subtitles again, and rewind and see whether you understood this right. And I wish this is mind blow your mind. I wish I had that in real life. I wish that Google Glass would exist. That, you know, in like the reflection you can see of the screen in my glasses, I have something that says, this is what's happening. This is what this person means. You know, when I make somebody happy, God forbid, I don't need an interpreter. I don't need somebody to say, that person is happy, you did really well. And I don't need that person to go like, I'm really happy, thank you. It helps, because if you're just normally happy about it, and it's just like, yeah, this makes me happy, thank you very much. I mean, can't you tell by my face? And I go like, I can't tell. So if you're a friend, or God forbid a loved one watching this, it's not like a neurotypical person. It's not meant to be. Please do not liken it to a person who goes like, I made you that present, I need you to be happy now, and you need to show me how happy you are. I don't need that. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in the way of, unless you say, I'm happy, thank you, I don't know. I don't know whether you're being polite or facetious or unhappy. You know, especially in Britain, everybody is so damn polite, if you pardon my French. Sorry to any French natives. I am what you see is what you get. I'm an alien, and I'm trying to fit in. I'm trying to understand this reality you're perceiving, and I don't know how you're perceiving it. So I ask you, and you might not know either, and I know it's hard, but you see so much in this world, so many, you have this other layer of perception of this reality that I can't see. I need subtitles in my life. I need somebody to go and say, you know, these people we're meeting for dinner, don't be too frank with them, or don't be, you know, I don't know. I need something. You know, a kick under the table won't really mean much unless you previously program me to understand that I do. So I guess in a way I'm Carl Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, and I am Marvin, the paranoid android, and I am Ford Prefect, and I am all of those robots, I'm all of those aliens, and I am really struggling to perceive this reality in the same way that you do, but I don't, and it makes me upset, because I want to get into that consciousness, and I want to say, please explain to me what the hell is going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you found this helpful. If you are on the spectrum, as they say, if you're a fellow alien, I would love to hear from you. You can do so anonymously. You can do so by posting a comment. You can, you know, reach me, put an ad in the paper, whatever. No, don't put an ad in the paper. I was trying to make a reference to an 80s movie and I failed desperately, but that's my sense of humor failing. My ability to have a sense of humor. I was born in a foreign country where they had no humor. It was all out after the war. Some people say it wasn't there before the war, but that's a different topic for another day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience in enduring 14 minutes nearly of my rambling about reality. So over to you. How do you perceive reality?